Hey guys, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. Today what we're going to film is kind of an update on our carpet pythons, because truth be told, when we first did the video, which we titled Holy Carpet Python, and it's been one of our most popular videos ever, we really didn't know where this YouTube channel was going to go. We made a few mistakes when we did it, just in normal conversation, because we didn't go back and fix it. We just kind of said at the end of the video what mistakes we made. And we kind of always thought we should redo that and do it right to give that animal justice. So that's what we're doing today. So today we have got Chronos. Now Chronos is our male jungle jag carpet python. He's a pretty big dude, as you can see. And these carpets, boy, they can be a handful to handle. They're a lot more, it's a lot more busy than a ball python when you're handling them. He's getting close to about the 6-foot mark. He is probably the tamest python I've ever had, which is a far cry from when he was a baby. When he was a baby, this guy would bite water that I poured into the cage. And now he only takes frozen thawed rodents from my hand. If you watch our feed video, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's kind of strange. He has just become this puppy dog. A few things about carpets is they're native to Australia. In our first video we said Africa and corrected at the very end, but they're native to Australia, which is kind of cool because you don't see as many of them, and the ones that are here, as you can see, he's into everything, and the ones that are here are imported, or not imported, excuse me, can't be imported, they're all captive bred. Australia closed down animal exportation, so there's no imports coming in, at least not through legal means, from Australia. So this guy was bred here in the United States, just like most carpet pythons you run across. There's still some very, very old ones out there that were originally brought in from Australia, but that's been closed for close to 20 years or more. So you have to have an old carpet. As you can see, the difference in carpets and balls is these guys are a lot longer, but they also keep a lot thinner build. Part of that's because they're a semi-arboreal species. As babies, they spend a lot of their time climbing, so they need, that thinner body from opposed to that, thicker body, because they don't want to break branches that they climb on. They also seem to be a little bit less head shy. As you can see, I can manipulate his head. He doesn't mind as much. The heat pits are in a different location. You can kind of see to the side of his jaw. They're right there on the bottom jaw on the side. Can you get those? I don't want to restrict them too much. So they're in a different location, and just the head shape appears to be quite a bit more triangular. Their tails are also really unique. Their tail on a snake starts from the vent and goes back. So if you look and find this vent, it's right about here where my finger is. So all of this is actually tail, which is quite a long tail. As you can see, they're really quick to wrap it around things and use it to hold on, like a monkey tail. Similar to like all your Morelia species, your green trees do this, a lot of those type of snakes do. So they like to hold on with their tail. Not in the face there, buddy. Other than that, they're pretty straightforward on keeping. Very similar temperature-wise. They're going to need pretty good humidity. Breeding them, we did attempt to breed carpets this season. It's kind of a sad story, but I'll go ahead and share it with you guys. What happened was we bred our male to our female, we bought as a diamond jungle cross. It was her first time ever breeding. She was a little bit older to start breeding. We estimated her to be about 12 to 15. We didn't get her when she was a newborn, so we're not real sure. She went through the whole process, but she became egg bound. And we took her to the vet, and we did everything we could. And just part of that process, she wasn't able to ever pass the eggs. And we did lose the snake, and we lost the offspring. And that was really sad. Honestly, that was heartbreaking. I hate losing an animal, and it's a rare thing that I do. But when you're going to breed animals, they're no different than people. Sometimes people have complication in childbirth, and when we do everything we can, and most of the time it's successful, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you lose a mother or a baby, and in this instance it was no different. We lost the mother, which consequently the eggs went bad from being bound. So something to think about if you are going to get into this, is it does put added stress on the animals, and you do run the risk of losing a few more. And it sucks, man. I don't know what else to tell you. When you lose one, it just sucks. They're all special to me in some way, shape, or form. I have a little bit of my favorites like everybody, but I really enjoyed her. when I got her, she was listed as being aggressive, and I got her down to where she was pretty nice, and her and I got along really well. And she was way bigger than he is, being a female. And she was just an awesome, impressive snake. At death, she measured just over 7 feet. So it was hard. It was hard. But we're not going to give up. We will be doing a video soon on a young carpet python we recently picked up that we're going to raise up from a baby to have a breeder female for him. The reason I'm so intent on breeding him is hopefully the camera picks up how yellow he really is. This is one of the nicer jags I think you'll see. He's just got a lot of color in him. Very, very bright. So a lot of that yellow, and you can see the green really coming up in the sides there. You know, the pattern's pretty clean. He's just an extremely nice jag. And the jungle I picked up is straight jungle and very, very high quality. And even as a baby, has a lot of high yellow. That way, we're going to try to make some really exceptional carpets. Not just breed carpets, but breed amazing carpets. So I am still really excited about the carpet project. It just, that road bump sucks for a lot of reasons. Not just losing out on babies that soon, but just losing the animal. So, it's fairly heartbreaking. But anyway, that's about all I got on carpets. Did he wrap up something? He did. This is a problem with that tail, see? They are able to get into things super, super quick. When you do handle them, sometimes you'll see if you can do it, they'll think they're hissing, but they're not. It's just that body shape. When they breathe, it's this really loud breath that comes out. And you can also see the thing I love about him is it looks like little arrows going all down his belly. I just think that's the coolest thing ever. So anyway, this is, I think, a little bit better video of our carpet python chronos. So wanted to show him off again, give him a proper video, give him the correct country of origin, and not have to correct it. And we got Question Girl behind cameraman Kurt today, and she has got her hand up, which tells me she has got a question. So Question Girl.
How long do carpet pythons typically get?
You know, that's an interesting question. The reason I say that's interesting is when we say carpet python, there's a lot of different carpets. There's jungles, there's coastals, you know, there's Erangeas. There's several different types of carpet python. To make this, what you see here being a jungle jag, means he's mostly jungle, but the jaguar gene didn't come from jungles. It came from, I believe it was coastals. So to get the jaguar in there, he has to contain some coastal blood. It has to be bred back through, you know, more jungles to get the yellow up as you go from generation to generation. And all of those contain, I mean, they all come in different sizes. So, you know, coastals may be bigger than jungles, and Erangeas may be smaller. And so it's just kind of a hit and miss. I'm not sure which one was the actual longest. But as that blood has been mixed to make new morphs, there's a lot of variables in size. I've heard of carpets as long as, you know, over 8 feet before. I've also heard of females not getting over 6. He's right where he should be as a male, about 6. But it's kind of a hit and miss on carpet size. Yeah, Question Girl.
So you also mentioned that you took your breeder female to the vet when she got egg bound. Can you take a python to just any vet?
Well, if you don't have any options, you can, but I would really recommend trying to find a vet that's got some experience in reptiles. We're pretty fortunate here that we live really close to a veterinary teaching college, so they deal with all kinds of animals, and they have doctors that specialize in exotics to include, you know, reptiles. So I'm kind of fortunate in that I've got some pretty excellent care. One of the top vet schools in the nation is right here where we're located. But you should try to find a vet that has experience with reptiles. But that's not always easy to do if you live out in the middle of nowhere. You know, and your closest vet works on dogs, cats, horses, and cows. So you sometimes have to do the best you can. Any more questions, Question Girl?
No.
Kurt, you got any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. And again, hopefully this video is as popular as his last one, because we love Chronos here. This guy was my first snake when I decided to get back into snakes. And, you know, he was a little fireball, man. But I don't regret it one bit. And he's turned into this amazing, amazing animal. And he's just, I don't know, I love him. I love the pattern on his head. I love how curious he is. I love how he's a handful to handle and moves around so much. And I also love that when you have carpets, I love my ball pythons because they're so different. He's going to tie up the camera and make this video shaky. Because of all the different colors and things that you can get. And there's not near as many morphs in these guys, although there is albino, there is xanthic, there is caramel, and there's more stuff always coming. But when you have carpets, not everybody has them. If you're a reptile guy, you've had or you have ball pythons. But not very many of us keep carpets. So when you keep carpets, you just got something a little different. And man, that's kind of cool, right? We all want to have something a little different. So I really dig these guys. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Show Chronos some love. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you next week.